So, final race of this weekend. Next time will be in Sydney. It's round 6 of this year's Aussie Racing Car Super Series. It's lights out here at Phillip Island. Absolutely perfect from the front row this time. And everyone bar the back marker. I think that's Quinn that hasn't got away from the back of the field. But McCorkindale will lead us down the long downhill straight into turn 1. Flack will drop back to second position here as everybody filters for positions and lots of rubber down contact, and that's Walsh going off the track.
It's a big moment there for Walsh through turn 1. A bit of contact there. McCorkindale had the jump. He got away really well. But as we got down to it, we saw him drop back to 4th place. Look at that. So it was Adrian Flack, Trent Young, Duckworth. There's McCorkindale on board with Brendan Pingle.
But Pingle knocking on the back door of the 22 of McCorkindale. Down to turn 4, the hairpin. We saw plenty of action here today in race 3. Out they come, and the short little straight takes us down to Siberia. So Flack looking for 3 race wins this weekend. He hasn't scored any this year. He's been very strong since the cars rolled out to the track on Friday. Replay of what happened at turn 1 at Walsh, and that was Stevenson, I think, that got into him in the Hertz Rent-A-Car entry. Oh, this will be epic. The onboard shot from Stevenson. Ubergang got a better start than him.
This will give us a very clear picture of what happened. So where's Walsh in this picture? There he is, down the inside. And as we go into turn 1, it's McCorkindale that got the jump, but the action right back here in the pack. Walsh down through the inside there. Oh, a little bit of contact, is it? There it is. So Walsh has started to come across. Stevenson nowhere to go. And then we've got that contact. Lucky those 2 boys got on and kept racing. And there's Stevenson there. He's dropped a few spots. But the battle here for the lead. Flack's opened a little gap at the end of this first lap. Side by side, Trent Young, Duckworth. There's Pingle in the background. McCorkindale 4 wide as we go down the front straight. Aussie race cars, here we go.
This is like a salute to the fans. We're going to go 5 wide here. There's plenty of room. It does filter away down the bottom. And that's what it looks like from Pingle's perspective as he goes backwards. You can hear the reversing beeper then.
Wow, that's exciting stuff. As you enter turn 1, around 200 k's an hour, 260 k's an hour. They slow it down, and here they are, still side by side through turn 2. We've seen this all weekend from Aussie race cars. McCorkindale, and you've got Trent Young in there. Duckworth's getting back into this, and then Brendan Pingle, he's just sitting back watching. He doesn't know what's going to happen.
And this will help in the fact the track's fairly rubbered down now from the 45 laps of the V8 supercars we've just had a few moments ago. So open up a lot more racing lines here. Down to the hairpin we come. That's Chaberis trying to come through with Pingle. Duckworth ahead, and Young in that blue and white 42. Out of Siberia, there's Chamberlain, defending champ, but probably not going to wrap up this year's championship. And Ubergang suddenly finds himself inside the top 3 with McCorkindale and Young. The Chaberis locks to the back of the 29 of Pingle. Through the long sweeping right-hander, past the Hayshed, and the climb to Lukey Heights on lap 2.
Where did Ubergang come from? He wasn't even in the picture on the end of that first lap, and all of a sudden he's popped out in P2. That's that toe battle going down the front straight. Trent Young got it locked up. Chaberis there, he's got it locked up as well. Trying to find a way around the back of Brendan Pingle.
This action further back in the field. Oh, that's Kent Quinn. And the 16 getting involved down the bottom of Sean Burns has joined us here this weekend. First appearance this year in the championship. Back to the leaders. The end of lap 2 onto the famous Gardner Straight. Let's jump on board with Brendan Pingle. The Duckworth not giving him too much room here. There's the wall to the left. Not much between them. The drag race down to turn 1. McCorkindale slots in the 3rd position.
Pingle's got the job done there. He went around the outside of Duckworth. And you can see that little gap as Adrian Flack has got the rear of his car sliding in the front of the pack there. You can see that little gap that Flack had has just been reeled in. And here we go again, out of turn 2, and we're 3 wide. Ubergang in the middle. Which way does he go? McCorkindale in the Mustang. He's down the inside, but will Flack hold on? He's going to put himself in the right spot, going to the braking zone. But McCorkindale comes across, defends the position, and then it's all happening here. 2, 3, 4 wide as they come into turn 3.
Meantime, that was Walsh exiting the circuit after his moment on lap 1. Pingle with 4 cars ahead of him here. It's Ubergang, and now he's going to lose another position to Blake Chaberis as he goes down the inside. That's Siberia. So McCorkindale, Flack, Young, and Ubergang, and there's Chamberlain on the back with the number 10 of Duckworth. side by side around one of the fastest points of Phillip Island Grand Prix circuit. Oh, look at his eyes going. Someone's going off here.
This is not good.
It's our leader. It was the 20 of Flack that's gone off. He was running second, and that's dropped him right off now.
Well, there's Trent Young out of the picture as well, and Ubergang rejoining the circuit. So the front three cars have all had some contact there somehow. We've had a bit of a drama.
Oh.
You can see Trent Young's car's got some damage on the right-hand side, left-hand side of the car there, as he's coming down, getting out of the way of the traffic. And hopefully we've got a replay of what happened there. But our three leaders have gone into Lukey Heights there and had a moment. There's Ubergang rejoining at the back of what is probably around about 10th or 11th place at the moment.
It's 11th position for him, so it exploded at the top of Lukey Heights. And it's damage to Young's car, as we saw. All we heard was tyres screeching, and suddenly cars heading all sorts of directions.
Have a look what that's done to McCorkindale out in front now. He's got a massive gap. That's something we haven't seen in Aussie race cars all weekend this weekend. Brendan Pringle now up into second place. And it's Darren Chamberlain, come from nowhere, has now found himself in podium contention. But I can guarantee these battles are still going to go on. Stevenson now up behind Griffiths in the little red Aussie race car, little Euro GT car. And he's trying to find that little way through. If you can get a good run through here, go down the inside on the brakes, that's a good passing opportunity.
He had to lift for a little second there. And
contact!
Griffith, who knocks on the back of Tucker's door and moves ahead. And Ubergang trying to fight his way back through the field. You can't afford to rest, can you?
Well, if it's not going on for the leaders or second or third or fourth place, here we are battling away for 7th and 8th place. So it's always happening. And here's the replay. We'll see exactly what happened up in front of us here. A little bit of contact up Trent Young there. He's given Adrian Flack a little bit of contact. And Ubergang had to go bush to avoid all the incident.
And the 11 has gone off down here at the bottom of the track. That's Lee Bowler. And it's out of harm's way. That's on the run down to MG. Making a first appearance this weekend as this angry pack comes out of MG, headed by Stevenson, Tucker. And Stevenson we're on board with now. Look in the mirrors in a sec. You might see a car or two looking for a pass down the inside here. He's in a vulnerable position here. The three cars stacking up behind him. Adam Kasukio. Good to see the 111 entry. Having a good run this weekend. Meantime,
bit of side draft going on there. They're not giving each other an inch, are they? Duckworth coming back at him now. As they come in, he's got the right spot. He's on the inside into turn one. So another passing manoeuvre down here at turn one at Aussie race cars. I love watching those in-car footage. You can see that little sequential shifter. They keep it flat. They pull the next gear. And obviously a left foot braking car. They've got 3 pedals in there, but the brake pedal actually has 2 pads on it. So you can actually use it around the pit area, and when you're out on the racetrack, you use the left side to pull the car up using your left foot brake. So exciting little race car to drive, particularly around a circuit like Phillip Island.
Very Jason Barguana spec, one would think.
Woohoo! Bring it on.
Stevenson bangs back through the sequential gearbox and the big stop. What used to be known as Honda hairpin back in the days. Makes a run out of here down to Siberia. A little right and a hard left. Catches so many out. We saw cars go off earlier today, and over the course of our WD-40 Phillip Island Super Sprint weekend. So lap 5 of 8 on board with Stevenson, who's in 10th position right now.
The perfect little race car, this Yokohama tyre. It's got about the right level of grip for the wheelbase and the power that's available, particularly the braking power. So it works itself out to be a fantastic little race car, and you can have these battles right throughout the field. So if you're racing for the lead, fantastic. If you're racing for 20th, it's about the same intensity, I can tell you.
Exactly right. Been impressed with Griffith this weekend. We didn't see him in qualifying, but started from the back and was aided by the reverse top 10 we had in race 3 today. And finds himself now in 8th position. Look at the lead McCorkindale has got here. It's 1.7 seconds back to Pingle. Huge margin here in Aussie racing cars.
Pingle's coming back at him. Pingle's just set the fastest lap of the race, so Pingle's got the eyes on now. He's going to go after McCorkindale, and then the battle with these 4 cars here for the last step on the podium. McCorkindale's got a healthy lead, you know, 1.8, 1.7, 1.8 seconds, and with only 3 laps to go, it's going to be hard to pull that back. But who's going to be on the other end of the podium? Will it be Chamberlain, Duckworth? We've got Woods in there as well, and Shabiris. So it's all happening for P3 at the moment.
Craig Woods is also in this mix too. This black, white, green and yellow Number 68 caught up in that incident in the final race at Mount Panorama. He's had a couple of second place finishes this year in New Zealand, and now looking for a pass down the inside of Duckworth and Chamberlain at the same time. 2 for the price of 1. It's a clearance sale.
And on the way out, oh no, we're squeezing each other here. On the way out, we've given each other a bit of room, but Woods has managed to pop himself up 2 spots in one go there. So good late break for them, but Chamberlain's going to come back. Mustang versus Camaro. Let's have a look at what we've got here.
Oh, big moment here.
That is using all the road and some.
And that's Paul Rooks, who's gone off. One of the fastest left-handers on the course, and lucky not to bury the 88 machine.
It's pretty easy to do there. You use all the road and all of a sudden find yourself dropping a wheel, and it's all on. Brendan Pingle there is slowly closing in on McCorkindale. McCorkindale leading and with a chance to win his first Aussie race car race in the Scott Taylor Motorsport Mustang. And have a look at this little battle going on here. Will we find out? I'm not going to predict it. We haven't been able to predict one all day, have we?
No, I'm staying right out of this one. Through they come again. So 2 to go. Blake Shaberis on the back of James Duckworth. The RDA brakes number 10, and that long downhill, nothing but ocean. Gardner Straight, and they try to work the slipstream. Shows you how quick they're going. Well, it's a good scenery shot anyway from our Dunlop wall cam.
Well, I've just looked at the timing monitor actually, and to see that Brendan Pingle has picked up nearly half a second in that lap on McCorkindale. There's 1 second between them, and there's 2 to go. So that equation means to me that he's going to be right there towards the end of this race. And all it's going to take is a little bit of extra toe, and we could be having a great battle for the lead as well.
Oh, Woods ran the car wide coming out of Southern Loop. So Chamberlain, Shaberis and Duckworth in a 3-car battle here at the moment for 5th, 6th and 7th. Pingle, as he said, responding on the racetrack now. 1.04 seconds. We're squirming again down at turn 4, Bugs.
Late on the brakes, the car dancing under his feet there. He's done a great job to pull it up. He's got the move done, so Chamberlain drops back a spot. Shaberis there. Now he's after Woods. He can see the podium. He can smell one. He can sniff it. He's after it. And Woods is only just a couple of car lengths up the road. A good toe here, and he's back in the equation.
Around the backside of the circuit. Sweeping left and right again to Lukey Heights. It'll be 1 to go next time by. McCorkindale has been threatening to do this most of the season now in car 22, but Pingle is closer than ever.
Oh, he's not letting him get away, is he? Now Woods starts to defend. Shaberis has to look to the outside. Chamberlain, Duckworth, side by side in the braking area. Woods now with a mirror full of Shaberis. As they come onto the straight, Shaberis in the right spot to get that toe. Duckworth and Chamberlain drop that little bit, which will just drop them out of that podium contention on this lap.
1 to go this time by. Here's the leaders. It's less than a second with 1 lap remaining. Look at your Aussie Racing Cars leaderboard, left-hand side, bottom of your screen.
Oh, he's cut that down. Pingle has cut that lead down to just on 0.8 of a second now, so there's not much in it. Can he get there within in the last lap? But this is the great battle going on here. Shaberis right underneath the rear wing of Woods' car. Woods, will this be his first podium? I think so. He's been a very strong competitor, but in the Sinclair Ford Mustang, to have it fighting for the podium at this point of the race is a fantastic result for the weekend.
Half a lap to go. Woods, podium position at the moment. Will add to his New Zealand effort. He's been pushed wide, really wide, out of Stoner corner. He's had to protect the line at the hairpin. Shaberis having a great drive here this afternoon.
And the 2 leaders, look at that. Brendan Pingle now, he's just honing in on the back of McCorkindale. Well, you'd almost say it's enough, but a good toe here. A little mistake from McCorkindale in these last couple of corners is going to bring Pingle back into it. Can McCorkindale in that Scott Taylor Motorsport Mustang pull off the win of the weekend? His first win in this Aussie Race Car Series. Or can Brendan Pingle, our championship leader, coming into it? He's pushing hard under brakes. He's closing up. The gap's now down to 0.4 of a second. There's nothing in it. And this is going to go down to the wire for the 3rd step on the podium as well.
You want variety in the Aussie Racing Car Super Series, you have got it in 2015. McCorkindale on target to become the 13th different winner in this year's series as he comes out of the final turn and heads down the Gardner Straight. Pingle is trying to throw everything, but McCorkindale is going to break through for a win here at Phillip Island.
Who's 3rd, though? That's going to be the question. There's the toe on now. Does he pull out Shaberis? Will he get there? No, he won't. That's close. There's nothing in it, and it's only less than 1/10 of a second. So what a great battle for Woods to stay on the podium. That'll be, I believe, his first podium in Aussie race cars. There's Adrian Flack coming through in what looks like about 10th or 9th place after leading that race early. But what an awesome battle here in Aussie race cars. They've done it all weekend, and they've produced in the last race as well.